So I've came across this post from Jamie Bonici. I hope I pronounced your name right. And he's basically asking on LinkedIn if Clay is really that difficult to learn. So does Clay really have that steep of a learning curve? And this is a question that I've seen come up with many of my customers. And I'll tell you, yes, absolutely, Clay does have a steep learning curve. That's why you're going to see endless job descriptions, people hiring Clay experts and GTM engineers. It's actually a new role within the sales group of jobs. It's a new sales job. People just learning Clay. So one of the amazing things about FlashIntel is we provide basically 95% of the functionality of Clay with a tiny fraction of the learning curve. So I'm in customer success. I see onboarding of my customers, and I can tell you within an hour, I can teach people very easily how to use our platform without, having to learn for weeks to accomplish super simple things. So there are a couple of responses from people down here that I'd like to highlight just to show how that is the case. Now, this person, Zachary, they're saying how they could write a book about this. But basically, if we come down here, they highlight that now with the technology, one rep can do the job of 10 SDRs if they know what they're doing with the right tech stack. So the trouble is, one of these SDRs, very few SDRs actually know how to use Clay. And with our platform, we can basically upskill and train your entire SDR team how to use our platform, FlashIntel, in a very, very short time. So, if you're constantly onboarding new reps or, reps are doing well and getting promoted out of the SDR position, every new SDR, they could basically become a FlashIntel expert in a very short time. And you're doing all of those super powerful things in a very short time. One of those very cool things that we could do, as Imran points out, it's a little bit overkill for enrichment, but very underrated for personalization. And personalization is one of these things that FlashIntel excels in. And here Karthik says, it's great if you can commit to building the right workflow, but that also means you really have to invest in learning the tool. Not with FlashIntel, you can learn it in a day, not even. I can actually teach it to you in a couple hours. Look at what Dan has to say. Massive learning curve that ultimately needs a dedicated person to maintain the tables. Nope, we can actually have your entire SDR team use our platform to do all kinds of interesting personalization.